I've been keeping up with fitness for a numerous amount of years leading up to that, but thought, well, you know what, let's get out of the comfort zone, let's push it to a level I've never been before, and that's what O2 was to me. So that's why I decided to join. Much more form focused, which is huge for me. Intense, which is exactly why I joined in the first place. So yeah, it was awesome and felt like I made the right decision right away. So I felt after my first workout the same way I feel after my 1000th workout that I've done here, completely exhausted. And I was gonna chuckle. You see people coming in, coming out, and it was a hard one today. And I've never been part of an easy one, so I really feel like it's the biggest bang for your buck. You come here, you put into it what you get out of it, and I truly believe that. And I try and put everything into it, and by the end of the workout, I'm done and feel an amazing sense of accomplishment every time I leave here. Every single coach that I've had has been not only technically intelligent, knows everything about fitness, it's the form. They're encouraging, positive, super friendly, super relatable, because I think that is an intimidating thing coming into it. When you're not a super fit person, you can be intimidated by possibly other members or instructors, and it's not that way here at all. Just everybody's so friendly and positive, and it's another added bonus of being here, in my opinion. The whole reason that I got into fitness in general is I sit behind a desk from 8 till 5 every day. I was always extremely athletic and busy guy growing up, and I was just naturally in good shape. And then all of a sudden at 23, 24, start sitting behind a desk for 8 hours a day, and then get busy with raising family and whatnot. And before I knew it, I'd put on like 30, 40 pounds. Kind of woke up one day and looked in the mirror and just couldn't believe I'd gotten to the place that I'd gotten. Decided to take action and do something about it. That's when I joined the gym. And for me, I've never been a guy that can just get a gym membership and show up and go do a workout. That's not who I am. It causes me stress trying to plan it, and confidence to feel like I'm doing the right things and maybe not even doing them right technically. So a class environment has always been my choice. During that time, I was struggling with lower back issues. I thought was, something that I would struggle with for my whole life. My dad did. And what I've discovered is as long as I'm constantly moving and being active and working out, I don't have back issues anymore. So obstacles to me, being completely honest up front, were financial, because it is a commitment to, when, like I said, when you're busy, you got kids, you're doing travel sports, you're doing, so to dedicate that kind of money to yourself was a difficult decision for me. However, it was also, once I made the commitment, it was a major motivating factor. So no, I can honestly say I never felt like quitting. For me, into this, obviously, I think my biggest goals were the physical aspect of it. I wanted to get my body to a place that it's never been before. Have I ever truly gotten there? I don't think, not quite yet. I think there's still room for to go farther than I've ever gone before. The biggest surprise to me, and the biggest thing that honestly keeps me coming back here, is the mental side of this. I leave here every single day, Monday to Friday. I am ready to take on the world. I feel like I've accomplished something. I've gone through some struggles, some tough times. When I wasn't able to be here, it really took a toll on me. Coming back and being welcomed, pushing through, and it's why I'm sitting here right now. It's a major, significant impact, a huge part of my life that I really value and know that I need as well. It's huge for me. I got to a point last year in April, I was the lowest weight that I'd been in probably 25 years, which was a huge accomplishment for me. Did the before and after, I think it was a 3-month challenge, and the before and after pictures were inspiring, extremely gratifying. Great. So yes, I have reached personal goals that I didn't think that I would get to before. Again, I still think I can beat those goals and focus on that. Still go out, play hockey, a little bit more protective equipment on than before. Still golfing, pickleball, competitive. And that's another nice thing about the program too, is you always find somebody in your class that seems to be at about your ability, that to push, to compete, to get a little bit more out of your workout. So probably have more success with that recreational activities that I enjoy. Being in shape is key for all of those activities. A little bit more endurance. And yes, now that I am in my 50s, I do find myself convincing myself or talking myself into, I'm not so weight focused as far as how many pounds I'm putting on the bar. My goal is not to be, big muscular. My goal is just to be here every day and to push myself. I'm not picking up 8-pound weights to do curls or anything like that, but I'm also at a realization that for me, it's just about it being here, keep moving, keep being active, and it's working. Yeah, definitely. So as I referenced earlier, the mental gains from being part of this program are with me all day, every day. I do feel better. I feel better about myself. I do feel a little bit more confident. I definitely have more energy. My role at work is a supervisory role, so I'm dealing with people day in, day out, and I feel better about myself, which allows me to be better at my job. Yeah, definitely. It's hard for me to make that financial commitment to myself as opposed to a family thing or a kid thing, or it was committing to me. But yeah, I think that commitment is now given back to them because I do feel better about myself. So overall, I'm a happier, more content individual than I was prior to working out and being overweight. Definitely less happy, definitely less confident. Yeah, it doesn't stop here. The benefits don't just stop with yourself physically and mentally. It carries outside of these doors, and like work, family. I've dealt with my fair share of stress and issues over the last couple of years. Having that outlet to come here and just do what you're told for 45 minutes and listen to loud music and work really, really hard and sweat your ass off is a relief, and it's a release, and it's something that I get 5-6 days a week. So it's huge. It's paramount for me. It was the end of 2023. I had an accident. So honestly, the first thing that came to my head is like, I can't go to the gym for 3 months. And that took a toll on me for sure. Obviously there was aspects of the injury that was a whole other life-altering thing that I was dealing with. The minute the doctor said after 3 months, here's where you're at and you're medically cleared to do whatever you want to do, I was back at the gym the next day. It was a huge turning point for me mentally, just to be back, to see everybody, to get the support, the encouragement. Learning how to do things with a whole different sense of balance has been challenging, as anybody in this program can relate to. Doing things with one eye closed is a lot different than two eyes open. So, but it's just my nature. You just okay, you're here, this is where you're at, and let's go. And it's just one day at a time, and my sense of accomplishment has been even more raised this year. So mentally I'm feeling even better because of the additional challenges. And I really don't think that it's slowed me down here at the gym or at work or the golf course. So yeah, I'm pretty proud, feel great. I feel great, and like this was huge therapy for me for this year. So it's part of my day-to-day lifestyle. Consider this part of my family, and yeah, it's been huge for me. Absolutely.